Welcome back to my channel. Today we have the new books releases that's coming out for August. I know I feel like I'm always missing some, so if I do miss some for that comes out in August, please leave a comment down below for me, guys, because I need to know if I'm missing anything. So before we do this, I will say now as well that I'm really looking forward to. I'm getting close to the end. Stop reading the books I have on my shelf. But I believe I will be getting some ARCs. I'm not sure how. I think I might get it on Kindle. Well, I don't know if it's an Apple TV and a tablet, but it uses Audible anyway. So we're gonna find out how it goes. But anyway, so the first book we're gonna go through is Dance of the Sea Light. Oh my god, I can't spell. Big. Dance of the Starlit Sea by Kiana Crystal. So this is a Hades and Persephone, I can't say the name, meets Daughter's Book of Bone. Okay, that's definitely hell yes. Also guys, if you have been only just seen my channel just now, I have got a book where I literally a notepad where I'm putting authors in a book and I'm going to put them into a jar, and hopefully next year I will plan to pick one out and see if that's the book, and then see what books they have and read that book from that author. So we see. So this I'm definitely going to be writing down, so that's always a good thing. So yeah, that's done. So I'm not going to always read them all, so you can just read as you go, as I slowly go down, and you can read it yourself, or you can just see it yourself. But that is a very beautiful cover of this book, and I'm obsessed. Next up we have is the Medici Height by Caitlin Snyder. Welcome to the Florence 1517, a world of intrigue, of opulence, secret and murder. The Medici family rules for the city for their seat of wealth, and the people of Florence, members of the few decades they spent as a republican, free from murders and their puppets Pope Leo X. You know. Then we have This Is Not a Dead Girl Story by Katie Sweeney. A dark and powerful mystery perfect fans of Courtney Summer and true crime podcast in which a teen girl must do whatever it takes to find her missing cousin who everyone thinks is dead. Oh, okay. Maybe. Next up we have is Loving Idaho by Matthew Armin and Sam Beck. We all live here in the same way, and wherever you live, it leaves an imprint on you. Cover's kind of cool though, I do appreciate that one. Okay, next up we have is The Silent Sister by Megan David Hasner. Grace can't remember how her sister Maddie died, and even the police think she's lying. But it's hard to look innocent with the missing girl's blood on your clothes. Ooh, okay, yeah. Next page. That sounds interesting to me. Next up we have Girls Who Burn by MK Pagano. A twisty pulse pounding enemies to lovers, thrillers full of secret privilege and murders. Okay, yes. Enemies to lovers and kind of thriller murder thing. Yes please. So I'm definitely writing this down. Okay, so next up we have is Better Left Buried by Mary E. Roach. So this, it says, Lucy Preston just wants to go on a vacation. The beach swimsuit is sleeping in kind, not in the imprint, stopping a creepy small town at the edge of the forest. Kind. Oh. Yep. That cover looks so cool as well. Okay, next up we have The Guardians of the Dawn, Amy by S.J. Jones. Sailor Moon's meets Beauty and the Beast in the Guardians of the Dawn, Amy, the second book of the new. What? I need to write you down because, excuse me, Sailor Moon meets Beauty and the Beast. I need to read the first book obviously, but oh my goodness, yes. Yes, please. up is the House Where Death Lives by various authors. A Dance to the Death, a girl who's just as monstrous as H.H. Holmes. A horror that constantly changing and hungry, and all these stories exist in the same place within the frame of a particular house that isn't bound by law of time and space. Excuse me. Then we have The Girl with No Reflection by Kesha Chow. So when the noble woman Ying Yu arrives at the imperial palace to wed the crown prince, she is crestfallen by his cold reception. Even worse, he locks her up, preventing Ying from hunting, riding, or seeing her family. Trapped in a life of monotonous boredom, she thinks she's losing her mind when she starts seeing strange movements in this mirror. Okay, that sounds pretty good to me, so I cannot wait to read these. Okay, next up we have is This Barbarous Fate by Hayley Dennings. This is the first book. It descends decadent fantasy story set in Jazz Age Harlem, where at night the dance halls come to life and death waits in the dark. Oh, okay, yep. I definitely want that one. And the cover, yes. Next up we have Death at Morning House by Maureen Johnson. So one of the best of the True Devices books, Devious books, sorry. Maureen Johnson comes in a new standalone YA about a teen who uncovers a mystery while working as a tour guide on an island and must solve it before history repeats itself. Okay, so I have read a book by this author and I can't remember about it. I think I just need room on my shelf. So I might get the book again. It had a purple cover. I can't remember what it's called. I actually can't remember what it's called. That's really bad. But I am intrigued by this book, so maybe. Next up we have Here Lies a Vengeful Bitch by Cody Crowley. Murdered bag girl Annie Lane is back from the grave and on hellbent on revenge. She just had to figure out who killed her. Okay, yeah. That is something we definitely do need to read. Definitely. Next up we have is Witty in Pink by Erica George. The Hating Game meets Bridgerton in this snarky, sexy, hot historical rom-com with a modern voice with the author of The Edge of the Summer. So I've actually never watched or read both of these stuff, so I wouldn't know anything about them. Oh, next up we have Ghostsmith by Nikki Petra. Probably didn't say that quickly. So this is the second book to the series of Bonesmith, and I have got this pre-ordered by Fairly as well. Next up we have The Hemlock House by Katie Cotugno. Set in the world of Ivy League, this follows up to the critically acclaimed Lies Beach, sees the return of an iconic detective Holiday Protol and her childhood friend Lyndon as they work together undercover a mysterious murder on campus. We've got a lot of thrillers in this month, haven't we? Return to the Sender by Lauren Draper. Brody has three mysteries to solve: what actually happened to the mystical Adam Stones, who she was accused of stealing and sent the love notes left behind in the dead letter office, and how she lost her two best friends in this layered and compelling US debut about found family, first love, and one-town tragedy, perfect for fans of Melina Marchette and Christine Dawa and Nina LaCour. Okay. Next up we have Kisses, Codes and Conspiracies by Abigail Hin Wen. So Tan Lee finds himself embroiled in an unusual love triangle, all while trying to defuse a heist, unravel a conspiracy, and negate the most complicated babysitter assignment ever in this YA novel by national bestseller author Abigail Hin Wen. Next up we have is the oh my goodness, I can't speak. Holy Horror, The Longest Night by Michelle J. Corpora. In this terrifying sequel, Evie Archer and her friends fight a new evil ready to devour the whole town. Okay, that just sounds good anyway. So, yes please. Okay, Okay, then we have Death is My Ride or Die by Katrina E. Tonks. So I believe this is the second book as well. So I have heard about this book and I'm intrigued, and I do want to have this author. When all hell breaks loose, you might as well join the party. Yeah, why not? Next up is have Ash's Cabin by Jen Wang. Ash has always felt alone. Next up we have is The Dark We Know by Wen Yi Lee. This is a lyrical YA horror debut from Gillian Flynn Books about a teen girl who must team up with her last surviving childhood friend to confront the evil in their hometown. Yes, please. The Empire Wars by Akora Phoenix. Millions are watching, so Ahura has 17 days to stay alive. This is kind of give me Hunger Games vibes, you know, like the Hunger Games. Next up we have is My Salty Mary by Brody Ashton, Jodie Meadows and Cynthia Hand. Ahoy mateys, New York Times bestseller author of these are back with fantastical pirate historical, I can't say that word, fantasy remix that marries the story of the Little Mermaid with the life of time infamous lady pirate Mary Red. Interesting. Then we have Wisteria by Adeline Grace. This is the third book in the series, and I will be getting this book by Farrelloot, so I have got that pre-ordered as well. Then we have Something Like Right by H.D. Hunter. This is a contemporary young adult novel about a Bakari black and white teen boy who contends with a life-altering year at an alternative school, showing a raw glimpse into the systematic inequality inspired by young people in racial communities. Next up we have Clown in the Cornfield 3, The Church of Friendo by Adam Caesar. The Church of Friendo is the terrifying third instalment in the Bram Stoker Award-winning Clowns in the Cornfield series by Adam Caesar. After surviving the Friendo rampage in Tesla Farm, the Friendo attacking their college dorm, and the clown is uprising in the downtown Kettle Springs. Oh my goodness. Quinn Maybrook is determined to put an end to the cult of Friendo once and for all, but what Quinn doesn't realise is that evil like this one never dies, it multiplies. Okay, I'm interested. I don't go for horror books like that because I don't like horror movies at all. I'm scared shitless. So reading, maybe. Next up we have is House of Thorns by Isabel Snuckers. I can't say that. In the veins of the Haunting of Hill House, a team returns to a mysterious house where her past to search for her missing sister and uncover the truth of Barry Hall in this and eerie modern gothic novel. Okay. Yes, please. Next up we have is Helga by Catherine Yu. Helga is not the obedient science experience her father intended, and though she has just awoken, he leaves her in the care of his lab assistant, paying to go on a business trip. Oh, the one. Next up we have is Love Acquires Chocolate by Raven K. Stringfield. This is a new romance series that's Emily in Paris meets a sisterhood of travelling pants. So in this first book, buddy theatre study nerd Whitney Curry studies abroad in Paris and France, where she meets her match in a cute, aloof footballer. Adorable. Then we have The Prince of the Pastillions by Julian Winters. The Princess Diaries meets the young royals in this heartwarming, pumping royal romance by award-winning author Julian Winters. Okay. Then we have The Mighty Millie Novak by Elizabeth Holden. So, socially anxiety, her parents' divorce, and the traumatizing friendship run story Millie's pursuit when she wants in her roller derby and love by her own life's might. Okay, I've never seen a book about roller derby, so that's interesting. Next up, we have Eat Your Heart Out by Terry Blas, Matthew Newton, and Linda Aslow. The Great British Bake Off meets Project Running in this modern come-of-age fashion fairy tale, but The British Bake Off, that's a new one. Next up we have is Drown With Me by Dreams by Gabby Burton. So this is the second book in the series. I did not like the first, well I did enjoy the first book the first time I read it, but the second time I reread it, I was like, I don't know how I feel about it. Next up we have The Sticky Note Manifesto by Ashia Aror, of Ashia Aror by Abiki Vol. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Have you gotten out of your comfort zone? Oh my goodness. A Bahamian but for two, but by Trinity N. Guyan. Sorry if I pronounced that right. In this sweet Suffolk romance about two foodies in love, Vivi meets Lan while studying abroad in Vietnam, and they spend their semester unraveling their family's histories and eating the street food in Saigon. Sounds like a dream. Next up we have The Thunderworld Volume 1, The Extraordinary Disappointment of Leopold buried by Ransom Briggs. Okay. This is the much anticipated new fantasy series from Ramson, whose first introduction when he did the Miss Peregrine. Oh, okay. Yep. I love that. I have the DVD of it. Next up we have Next up we have Don't Let It Break Your Heart by Maggie Horn. Perfect for fans of half of it. Maggie Horn debut YA contemporary novel is an all-day long life friendship and discovering queer community. Then we have The New Camelot by Robin Snyder. Saith Ain't So, the final to the epic Emily Merlin trilogy is here. Oh, a Merlin trilogy. Okay, yep. Next up we have Come Out by Natalie C. Parker. So this is perfect fans for Kelly Cottonman, Angel, Andrew Joseph Smith, and Aidan Thomas. By the way, that the cover looks amazing. So yeah. Next up we have is Lid Tart by Bessie Floss Xavier. So this is a queer coming of age. Bridge Across the Sky by Freeman Ng, a raw and honest historical novel in a verse about a Chinese teen who immigrates to the United States with his family and endures mistreatment at the Angel Island immigration station while trying to navigate his own course to a new world. Sink by Ellie Hopkins. So this is a new heartbreaking young adult novel in verse about twins separated in foster care system. Next up we have is Lovers in the Hair by Gemma Clary. So this is a feminist coming of age comedy. Okay. Then next up we have is Our Child's Echo by Jade Ada. Survival tip number 1: the world is going to shit. Whatever you do, to trust no one. Okay. Next up is The Firebirds by Kate J. Armstrong. With tension rising and their power is no longer a secret, the nightmares must decipher whom or what they are willing to fight for. Jupiter Rising by Gary D. Smith. When Jack's PE coach pairs him up with Jay Perkins for the cross-country team, neither of them happy is about it. Well, of course they won't be. Next up we have Practical Rules for Cursed Riches by Kaylin Cottingham. This is a fantasy adventure about a teen witch who must complete her magical training by breaking a powerful family's curse. Okay. No. With Love, Echo Park by Laura Taylor and Amy. Can you please not do that? 17-year-old Clary. Okay, I don't know how for that because I'm still getting to know the Shadowhunters. Okay, Shadowhunters has got Clary in it, and obviously for me, I am very fussy with books that have Clary in the name. You know, I'm not the only one, am I? Next up we have Full Shift by Jennifer Duggan and Christine Seaton. So this is a queer supernatural YA graphic novel. Next up we have Twin Flames by Olivia Abton. So this is about two twins, 18 suddenly gains a genie, so a genie has superpowers, as they can save their town with this power. So yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. Then we have One House Left by Vincent Ralph. L.M. Stein meets urban legend in the next. Okay, so horror movie. Yeah, okay. We love that. Then we have A Mysterious Place by Wendy Wonder, a sharp and hilarious coming of age novel. Okay. Next up we have Everything We Never Had by Randy Ridby, a powerful gripping novel from National Book Awards. Okay. Oh, that's everything. there we go, that is the last everything book. There's quite a few authors that I'm looking forward to reading from, so hopefully I will be able to read those, and I cannot wait. So I'm really excited. So obviously at the moment as well, I have no like bookshelf or my shelves at the moment. I know I've only got 4 shelves and pretty much they're all going to be taken off. So once I start reading some of these books, hopefully they'll die down and I'll be able to get through them. But that's everything I have. I hope you guys enjoy it and see you guys next time. Bye. No!